Cat getting too cool? Give him Temptation's dry cat food.
When it was time to add my son to our car insurance, I was scared to even think about my wallet.
Welcome back to Stay Sharp, the quiz series that keeps your brain active and your reflexes reasoning skills. We'll begin with images. Fixed score. Let's go. What mountain is this? Hello and welcome back to another quiz in our Stay Sharp series. Here we will test 4 different parts of your brain. Prepare yourself for 4 distinct rounds, starting with our image round, then a general knowledge round, followed by a choose one round, and finally the much-loved multiple choice round. Keep track of your score along the way. 50 questions to come, so let's jump right into it. What tilted tower structure is this? Leaning Tower of Pisa. What tabletop game is this? Dominos. What spiny mammal is this? Echidna. What tropical fruit is this? Tamarind. What snout beetle insect is this? Weevil. What martial arts protective equipment is this? Kendo mask. What steaming kitchen tool is this? Bamboo steamer. What colorful bird is this? Kingfisher. What percussion instrument is this? Maracas. What shell cracking tool is this? Nutcracker. Which sitcom featured Robin Williams as an alien from the planet Orc? Mork and Mindy. Which 1978 film about the Vietnam War stars Robert De Niro and Christopher Walken? The Deer Hunter. Which group sang the disco hit Stayin' Alive? Is Bee Gees.
Right now, Sub Club members can get a foot long for $6.99 in the Subway app. Subway, eat fresh, feel good.
Which 1981 film follows British runners competing in the 1924 Olympics? Chariots of Fire. Which Indian Prime Minister was assassinated in 1984? Indira Gandhi. Which white marble mausoleum in Agra was built by Shah Jahan? Taj Mahal. Which strait connects the Atlantic Ocean with the Mediterranean Sea? Strait of Gibraltar. Which Austrian-born Queen of France was executed during the French Revolution? Marie Antoinette. Which animator co-founded a famous entertainment company with his brother Roy? Walt Disney. What cell structures are often called the powerhouses of the cell? Mitochondria. What acid gives vinegar its sharp, sour taste? Acetic acid. Which bird is famous for hovering in mid-air while feeding on nectar? Hummingbird. Which venomous snake is known for spreading a hood when threatened? Cobra. Which gemstone is known for its shifting, rainbow-like flashes of color? Opal. Which Mexican food is a filled tortilla wrapped into a cylinder? A burrito. Which traditional Chinese dress is also known as a qipao? Cheongsam. What organ stores bile produced by the liver? Gallbladder. Which European capital is home to the atomium? Brussels. Which hat is famously associated with Sherlock Holmes? Deerstalker. Which wide sash is worn with the traditional kimono? Obi. What coded writing system uses raised dots for blind readers? Which French city is the official seat of the European Parliament? What word describes a word or phrase that reads the same backward and forward?
They'll do anything to keep the optimum advantage to themselves.
Take your game farther with Titleist GTS.
What metal fastener is often used to reinforce holes in fabric or leather? Which member of the Crow family is famously linked with the Tower of London? What dark volcanic rock forms from cooled lava? What punctuation mark consists of 3 dots in a row? Which Dutch city is famous for blue and white pottery? What symbol means "and" in writing and typography? Which long-legged bird was sacred in ancient Egypt? Which animal is also called a gnu? Which sitcom paired Felix Unger with Oscar Madison? Which film reunited Paul Newman and Robert Redford as con men? Which singer is nicknamed the Piano Man? Which British actor starred as Alfie and Harry Palmer? Which NASA mission first landed humans on the moon? Which Belgian city is known for its medieval market square and canals? Which device recorded messages on old landline phones? Which cake is made with chocolate and cherries? Which accessory is folded into a suit jacket pocket? And that's all 50 questions complete. Check your score and let me know how you did in the comments. Be sure to subscribe.
Hi everybody, I'm Stefania. Welcome to GreekPod101.com's Alphabito Made Easy, the fastest, easiest, and most fun way to learn the Greek alphabet, the alphabito. Over the next 15 lessons, you'll learn everything there is to know about the reading and writing of modern Greek. By the end, you'll be able to read pretty much anything you like from a Greek book, newspaper, magazine, or website. Are you ready? Then let's start. Πάμε! Modern Greek has only one alphabet of 24 letters, so it's super easy. Once you know this in their upper and lower case and a few combinations, you will be ready to read one of the most ancient languages in the world. As you may know, the Greek writing system is written from left to right, like all Western languages. This means there is one less difficulty in learning how to write Greek. But it gets better. More than half of the Greek uppercase letters are exactly the same as English. Yes, that's right. You're already over halfway done with uppercase letters. Only 10 more to learn. So let's start with the first letter, alpha. Alpha is a vowel and also the first letter of the Greek alphabet. What sound does it make? In Greek, the name of each letter begins with its own sound. This means the sound of alpha is a, as in I am. In Greek, like English, there are always two ways to write a letter, the uppercase and the lowercase. This is the uppercase alpha. Yep, it's the same as the English A. Let's handwrite it. Alpha. And here's the lowercase alpha. This is a little different from English, but you can see the similarities, right? It is handwritten like this. Alpha. Let's do it again. Uppercase and lowercase. You can now write your first letter in Greek. Good! Let's move on. The second letter is a consonant, mi. You might have heard it called mu, but it's not how we say it in Greek. It's mi. The sound of mi is and it looks like M in English, at least in the uppercase form. It is handwritten like this. Mi. And this is the lowercase mi. It's like an English lowercase u, but with a longer line attached to its left. Not that hard, is it? It is handwritten like this. Mi. Let's do it again. Here's the uppercase form. And here's the lowercase form. You now know two Greek letters. What can you do with them? By themselves, they form the word ma, which is one way to say but in Greek. For example, in the sentence, ma δεν το ήξερα, which means, but I didn't know. So you already have made the first step in making excuses in Greek. Let's write it. Ma. Another thing we can write with alpha and mi is ama, which is one way to say if, as in the expression ama μπορώ, which means if I can. Let's write this too. Ama. The third thing that we can do with ma is to double it, mama, which, as you might have guessed, is the first word most children all over the world learn, mother, or to be more accurate, mom. Mi, alpha, mi, alpha. Not that hard, right? Let's write it. Mama. Now it's time for Stefania's insights. Have you been writing as you watch? Hope so. There's no better way to master the alphabito fast than to write the letters yourself. Another good idea is to make flashcards for each letter and study them whenever you get a chance. That's it for now. Do you know what the simplest question in Greek is? After the next lesson, you will know both what it is and how to write it. See you in the next Alphabito Made Easy lesson. Γεια χαρά!